While everyone's obsessing over Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum upgrades, one altcoin just pulled off something that puts it in the same league as KuCoin and Crypto.com. And no, it's not another partnership announcement or celebrity endorsement. Zebec Network just achieved SOC 2 compliance. And if you don't know why that's absolutely massive for institutional adoption, stick around because this could be the catalyst that sends ZBC into price discovery mode. Look, we've all heard the narrative. This is the cycle where institutions finally come to crypto. But there's been one massive roadblock preventing enterprise money from flowing into altcoins' regulatory compliance. While Bitcoin gets the institutional love through ETFs, most altcoins are stuck in retail purgatory because they can't meet the security standards that Fortune 500 companies demand. SOC 2 isn't some made-up crypto certification you can buy on Fiverr. This is the gold standard that traditional fintech companies use to prove they're not going to lose your grandmother's pension fund. We're talking about rigorous audits across 5 critical areas: infrastructure security, product architecture, organizational safeguards, internal processes, and sensitive data handling. Think of it this way: would you trust a bank that couldn't pass a security audit? Neither would BlackRock or Fidelity. But Zebec Network just became one of the few crypto projects to clear this hurdle, joining an exclusive club that includes major exchanges like KuCoin and Crypto.com. Earlier this year, Zebec made a chess move that's now paying dividends. They acquired Gatenox, a compliance-focused company specializing in KYC, KYB, and AML solutions. While other projects were busy launching meme coins and NFT collections, Zebec was building the infrastructure that institutional money actually cares about. While the compliance news is grabbing headlines, the price action on ZBC is setting up something that technical traders dream about. We're looking at a textbook bullish pennant formation, the kind of pattern that precedes explosive moves in crypto markets. For those new to technical analysis, a bullish pennant is like a coiled spring. Price gets compressed into a tighter and tighter range after a strong move up, creating this triangular consolidation pattern. The beauty of pennants is their reliability. They resolve in the direction of the prevailing trend about 75% of the time. Zebec's pennant has been forming for weeks now, with each swing getting smaller and smaller. Volume is declining, which is exactly what you want to see during consolidation. Low volume means nobody's panicking, and when buyers finally step back in, there won't be much resistance. The recent bounce happened at a critical confluence zone, the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, coinciding with the value area low. In plain English, this is where smart money typically steps in to defend the uptrend. The fact that price respected this level and bounced hard suggests that institutional-sized buyers are still accumulating. Trading volume has been steadily declining during this consolidation, which historically signals that a big move is brewing. When volume dries up like this, it means the market is reaching equilibrium. Once that balance breaks, and with SOC 2 compliance providing the fundamental catalyst, we could see volume spike dramatically as price breaks out of the pennant. But wait, there's more. SOC 2 is just the beginning of Zebec's compliance journey. They've submitted for MiCA compliance under the European Union framework, and they're targeting ISO 27001 certification, the international standard for information security management systems. This isn't a project hoping to get lucky with a pump. This is systematic preparation for institutional adoption across multiple jurisdictions. Most crypto projects are playing checkers while Zebec is playing chess. While everyone else is fighting for retail attention with flashy marketing campaigns, Zebec is quietly building the compliance infrastructure that will matter when the next wave of institutional money comes looking for altcoin exposure. From a technical perspective, if this pennant breaks to the upside, and the SOC 2 catalyst suggests we're looking at a retest of the previous swing high as the first target. But given the low liquidity above current levels, price could easily extend into uncharted territory and establish new all-time highs. The risk-reward setup is compelling. The confluence support zone provides a clear invalidation level, meaning you know exactly where you're wrong if this trade doesn't work out. But if it does work, the upside potential could be multiples of the downside risk. Think about it from an institutional perspective. If you're managing a $100 billion fund and you want altcoin exposure beyond Ethereum, what are your options? Most projects can't even explain their regulatory status, let alone provide SOC 2 compliance documentation. Zebec just solved that problem. They're essentially creating a bridge between the Wild West of DeFi and the regulated world of traditional finance. The timing of this compliance achievement couldn't be better. We're entering a phase of the crypto cycle where regulatory clarity is becoming increasingly important. So the SEC is cracking down, the EU is implementing MiCA, and institutional investors are, demanding higher standards. Projects that can navigate this regulatory landscape will have a massive competitive advantage, honestly. Zebec isn't just surviving the compliance wave, they're riding it, and that's pretty impressive. While Bitcoin dominates the headlines and Ethereum captures the institutional narrative, there's a massive opportunity in compliance-ready altcoins that most investors are completely missing. The market cap of truly compliant crypto projects represents a tiny fraction of the total addressable market. Of course, no trade is guaranteed. The Pennant pattern could fail if the confluence support zone is broken. Now, the beauty of technical analysis, when combined with fundamental catalysts, is that you can define your risk precisely while positioning for an asymmetric upside. It's really quite fascinating. If you're wrong, you lose a small predefined amount, but if you're right, you could be looking at multiple times your risk and profits. It's all about managing that balance, The convergence of SOC2 compliance and a bullish Pennant breakout setup creates a compelling opportunity in ZBC that most traders are honestly overlooking. While the crypto market obsesses over the latest meme trends, institutional-grade infrastructure is being built in plain sight. Remember to do your own research, never invest more than you can afford to lose, and always have a risk management plan. If you found this analysis valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into undervalued crypto opportunities with real fundamental catalysts.